All right, welcome to episode 10, double-digit episode of Game by Thrones. We had a special guest on today from Lake Mills. Very successful spring season. Bennett Berger got third as a team at the state golf tournament and fourth individually. Great time talking to him. Get to know a lot about him, his golf game, where he learns his interest from, sports-wise, his dad. A lot of different things. It's super fun to listen to. I hope you enjoy it. Zach's got some of his accomplishments.
Yeah, he just sent me a little list because it's kind of hard to do our research ourselves for everything these kids can accomplish. And Bennett Berger, like he said, he was on the team that finished they finished third, and then he finished fourth individually. Yes, and then he was also all conference honorable mention in basketball. He was second team all-district QB in football, too. We talk a little bit about football on this pod as well. And then he has the school record for 9 and 18 hole low. So that's a pretty...
So the low score on 9 holes and 18 holes.
You know, he has an accomplishment in each sport, and he still has 1 year left. He's only a junior this year. Just finished his junior year, and then he's going to be a senior this upcoming year. And he missed out on a year of probably state golf.
He did. We get into his future plans a little bit. And maybe
the lack thereof of future plans.
That and getting into with one of his better friends. Some stories there, which is fun.
If you're a Caleb Bacon fan, we roast him a lot, and we love Bacon. We love Caleb Bacon. So
it's a good time. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Thank you, guys. This is Game by Thrones, episode 10 with Bennett Berger. But all right, guys, what's going on? This is episode 10, so we're in double digits now.
Double digits.
The Game by Thrones podcast. We have a special guest with us, one of our dear friends, Bennett Berger. Lake Mills extraordinaire. Bennett, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're
doing
chilling,
well.
But not actually chilling because the AC's off.
Literally the opposite of chilling.
Yeah, it's like 78 in here right now.
It's horrible.
So if you guys see drips of sweat going down my face or Chris's face,
we're
don't
just
worry
working
about
hard,
it.
actually.
Yeah, we're just grinding up here. But we took a little break after the Jeff Horner episode. I think it was a couple weeks.
Yep.
Maybe 2.5.
Yep.
But we're glad to bring you guys another episode today. We should be a great one. So, Chris, you want to start us off with the requested question?
Yeah. So literally probably 20 minutes ago, if that, Jamie Ham called me and said I needed to. He said he golfed with you a bunch today. I needed to ask one specific question and get your thoughts on golf carts being able to be used in the state golf tournament.
I thought it was they were overseen a little bit better at state, maybe at the district meet. There wasn't really rules set that feel like someone that didn't deserve to move on, that didn't play golf the right way, got the opportunity to play at state over somebody who played the right way. But I mean, he got what was coming for him at state. I'm over it now.
Yeah. So basically,
I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't really sound like you're over it.
Yeah, it doesn't really sound like you're over it. It seems like you're
No,
still.
I'll never be over it. I'll never be over it.
But basically, for as vaguely as we can describe it, there was a kid that had a golf cart, and he was driving ahead of the other golfers and maybe possibly changing his lie on some certain shots. But we'll leave it at that. How about
I think
that,
some
Benny?
branches fell too somehow.
Some branches
And
too.
actually got clipped off there, yeah.
Yep. All right. Now that we're past that, we also want to state one of our nicknames for Bennett is Benny. So he does not go by Benny. Only us. We're the only ones that call him Benny.
Yep.
And
Does not like it.
He allows us to. He actually told us the other day he
Let's
really
be
likes
honest. He didn't have a choice.
it.
I never had a choice, no.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of just accepted
happen.
it. Yeah. He
Yeah.
just
I
accepted it.
restricted the first day, and then I just kind of gave up on
We
it.
just kept
And
going
then it
with
got
it.
worse.
Now Benny can't do anything about it. But so let's get into the actual questions here. Appreciate Jamie Ham for that first question. But so your dad Bob, who we've grown to know here in the past.
Bob, just
couple
be ready
years.
for later.
Yeah, Bob, we're gonna roast you. So your dad is the superintendent at the Rice Lake Golf Course. How was growing up around golf? I know your dad was a really good golfer when he was growing up, or in his high school. Did he play after high school in golf?
Yeah, he played at Indian Hills for a couple years, and then about half a semester at UMKC.
Gotcha. So how is being brought up, with such a golf-loving dad? How has that impacted your love for golf yourself?
Well, when we first started going out to the course, I remember I hated it, and I never wanted to go out. with him. I don't know why I didn't like it. It was just kind of hot, and we have a pool at our house. I'd rather just stay in the pool. But at first I started hating it, but with him being the superintendent at Rice Lake and then my grandpa being a superintendent at Lynn Grove and Rockwell, I kind of was just always around golf. When we'd go visit my grandpa, we'd go play with him, have a vanilla Coke in the clubhouse, and go play 9 holes on my dad's home course. And
great choice.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I just kind of realized how many opportunities have opened up for me since my dad's, the superintendent, unlimited range balls, free play. It kind of, I get a little leeway on the course of stuff I get to practice over some people. I also made some good friends out there that made me better, like Travis, and I just get to play with a bunch of people that, better me, and they care about my game, and they just want me to exceed my expectations.
And you mentioned your grandpa. Is that Grandpa Bud?
Yep.
Okay, because I was asking Jared, maybe a couple more questions,
right there.
And he told us to bring up Grandpa Bud and how much it means that he can come watch you. I'm sure he's, like you said, he's had a great impact on your love for golf as well. You want to expand on that a little bit more?
My dad was always kind of the golf. My grandpa was kind of all the other sports.
Okay.
I remember I'd play in his basement. He'd have these little doorway hoops, and we'd play down there for hours. He would announce the games while I shot the game-winning shots, and that's kind of my big memory is just playing basketball in his basement. And he'd, kick or punt footballs to me, and he'd tell me it's always on that third bounce. It's going to pop up, and you got to catch it right in your chest, and just stuff like that.
When he would announce and you're shooting the game-winning shot, like we all do when we're little, is there ever a possible miss, and all of a sudden there's 3 more seconds left on the
every time?
No, he never gave me any leeway. He taught me early that if you miss the game-winning shot, you missed it. There's nothing else you can do about it.
You don't get second chances.
Okay, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
So you were built tough right away.
Oh yeah, you know how many championships he probably lost down there in that basement?
Numerous.
That's mental toughness. That built you for today, Bennett.
Facts.
Hey, but obviously he didn't instill you the baseball version of himself enough, because I don't get to coach you, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. You have anything? You have nothing to say.
No comment.
Yeah, Jared said your grandpa was a stud baseball player back in the day, and I believe got drafted but had to turn it down because he had military duties.
No, he got drafted by the Orioles.
Okay.
And then he got called up, and then he had to go serve in the Korean War, so he was never able to.
Yeah. Have you any clue what time frame that was?
Whenever the Korean War was.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a. Let's go, social studies teacher. When was it?
I'm not good at dates.
Man.
That was just a fill-in.
But I'm gonna have to research that later.
I didn't teach the Korean
That's cool.
War.
I didn't even know that until Jared told me that.
I knew it. He told me about it. Obviously, because he tried to get me to get Bennett to do baseball. But
yeah, that didn't work, I guess. The 70-mile-per-hour throwing Bennett Berger.
Oh, he claims he's faster.
70 is generous. No, it's not generous.
Yes,
I was gonna say,
70
yes,
is
it is
generous.
generous.
70 is generous.
That's on the low end.
That's funny.
So, kind of switch back to golf a little bit. Recently, you played in what you said yourself was the biggest tournament of your life, which was down in Des Moines? Ankeny. Close enough. How did that go?
It started off well, and I kind of had a little blow-up hole, and my mental toughness kind of went out the window. Getting a little pouty out there and led to some costly bogeys, but for the first 10 holes, I thought I played really well. I was giving myself shots, and I mean, it's just like I told you guys after, there's more good than bad coming out of that. Even though I missed by 8 shots or whatever, I felt like I was right there through 10 holes, and I had as good of a shot, and I was playing as good as golf as I ever had.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not a golf guy, but obviously I understand just as a sports fan in general, golf, we've talked about this before, Bennett, but golf might be the most mentally straining or mentally, I don't even know. Yeah, mentally tough, but it trains you to be mentally tough.
Well, yeah. I get what you're saying.
You definitely, it's the mental grind that you go through just on a regular, tournament has got to be a ton.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit of a psycho to be good. I mean, you can't golf's a game of your misses, and but you can't tell yourself that you're missing. You got to say, oh, I just hit that. The wind just took it. So you never get down in confidence. And I'm still kind of learning how, to deal with my confidence. That's kind of been something I've struggled with in golf for some reason. I don't know why, but you just have to be crazy. I mean, like I said, you can't allow yourself to start thinking like, oh, I suck. I just missed the green by 40 yards. You got to be like, no, the wind took that. I just had a bad lie. Stuff like that to just keep you going mentally.
Well, I'm sure that's what every single golfer goes through. They have a stretch in their life where it's just like, man, I can't hit a ball straight right now. But, the great ones, they end up persevering through that, and their whole mindset changes, and they're better because of that moment of, hey, is this really for me? And then they power through it.
If you ever need a pick-me-up, just get me out there and kick my butt and call it a day.
Or you can get me out there because I'm literally the worst golfer on the
That'll
planet.
take 6 hours.
That would. Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
That would be awful.
Chris, you're better than you give yourself credit for.
Don't tell him that. Oh my gosh.
You heard it here first, folks.
You literally just made his month. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I told him the day you said I was putting well, I was like, that was the best compliment I've ever received.
Yeah, he literally came home. He's like, got the best compliment today. I'm like, what? Bennett said you were playing good?
I was like, close enough.
Yeah, he's like, Bennett told me I was putting well. I was like, gosh.
But since then, it hasn't been.
We haven't got a golf.
Yeah, you were struggling a bit on Thursday.
Oh my Lord, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Not good at all. But
we'll move on from that.
I gotta practice. I gotta work on the mental toughness.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're going through your mental toughness stage right now.
You had a tournament today with Jamie, correct? So you say the best shot tournament?
Yeah, Jamie and B Mont. Yeah.
How'd you guys do there?
I think we ended up fourth. We took off before because the groups coming in were slower and they were taking a little bit longer, so we just took off. But I think we got fourth.
And you had something to get back to. I mean,
yeah,
something a little more
important. Nothing important.
A super important arrangement you had.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. So Jamie Ham, he watches our podcast.
He literally just told me on the phone if the last one we did was Jeff Horn. I said yes. He goes, well, me not having a life, I look forward to this. So you got to pick it up a little bit.
That's awesome. And we want to appreciate Jamie, for always texting Chris and stuff, telling how much he appreciates it. But yeah, I'm not a golf person, like I've said earlier. But Jamie's considered one of the better Lake Mills golfers, right?
He's the best, yeah.
He's the best. He's number one.
If
there's a Lake Mills golfer ranking, he's number one.
For now, yeah.
Here's a controversial
question.
question.
For now, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Where are you ranked right now, Lake Mills golfers? Think you're 2? Okay.
I might take Casey.
One B. All right, Chris.
I think a requirement to be on the rankings would be to think that golf is a sport.
Yeah.
Casey,
after that comment, he can't.
Imagine if he thought it was a sport, how good he'd be.
Yeah, exactly.
So he just goes out there and beats you every once in a while when he doesn't think it's a sport.
Oh, jeez.
Now we need to get you. We need to get you in the batter's box and see.
I was gonna say, he plays baseball too, so I mean, we got to show some love for our guy.
Yeah, it's probably the only reason. Love that kid though.
He is mad. Look at his face. He's mad right now.
If you guys don't know, we know how to get under Benny's skin.
Yep. Next question. So, kind of just summing up your athletic year in general. Obviously, you guys had a good football team. You guys had a very, very good basketball team, very, very good golf team, and you were on all 3 of those teams. But knowing you, with how they ended, I know you're not satisfied. So how do you plan to attack and try to make the team even better next year for your senior year?
I feel like the state basketball, especially, playing Montezuma, they were just quicker. They just were more athletic than we were. It's kind of something that you didn't expect down there, especially because we were considered one of the most athletic teams in the state. So, I mean, just a bunch of people are just committing themselves to the weight room and making big progress. And it's just good. The weight room's something where it's not, you can't just do it for one sport. It's going to help you in every single sport you do, even in everyday task in life. So, I mean, I think that's just the biggest thing that people have been working on themselves.
That's one of my, probably biggest regrets of high school is starting to lift so late. Like my senior year, I was like, okay, I'm going to go play college football now. Like I need to start lifting. No, I should have been doing it as a freshman. Like there's lifting and then there's like actually lifting.
Yeah.
I wish I would have actually lifted earlier than what I did.
Yeah, I don't think it's started yet for me.
Yeah, Chris he's never been into the craze of lifting.
Never was, but one
of the best dual sport athletes
we didn't
in
have
Lake Mills
a
history
great,
didn't
we didn't
touch
have
a weight.
great like program like they do now. They have a great system in the summer.
Started to build up towards the end of my.
We just, and no discredit to Coach Burns by any means, but it was weight training and during school, and I don't know. And when I pitched,
you weren't doing anything after outside.
When I pitched in the summer, I couldn't do anything with my right arm for the most part.
I mean, you could. You probably just didn't want to.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't bench.
Hey, it's called being.
Well, no, Chris.
Tough.
Chris can
No,
put
that's
up 2
physically
plates
tough.
on the bench in khakis.
He can put 2 plates up on the bench in khakis.
This happens when you curl kids.
No
for
warm up.
8 years.
Did you ever bench 225 in high school? There's no way.
Did you even think I even got a chance to?
You never even tried?
I probably did, but no.
Okay.
Nope.
So I mean, hey, you're more in that left tackle body nowadays. So like,
Hey, what was the coach that said that?
LZ.
LZ, he saw something.
He did see so. There's potential there.
Saw something.
There's potential there with Chris playing left
That's
tackle.
a key to a good recruiter. You got to see the potential.
He just didn't know that you've never played it before.
He just knew I was a better tight end.
Have we told that story on the pod before?
I feel like I've heard it on here.
I feel like you've heard
Probably.
it on here. Okay.
Had to be
Yeah.
with Caleb.
So if you guys remember that story from an earlier episode, you know what we're talking about. Next question, and I think I was the one that wrote this one, but you were the QB in football. Like
Did
you
you
were the
need to
literal...
just take credit for that, like right before you were gonna say it?
Well, sorry,
Like,
I
what
read
was
off the
point of
last.
that?
I read off the last one, and that was one you made up. So
Okay,
I at
that's
least have,
fine.
like, a
Well,
familiar.
I didn't know why.
You're gonna interrupt me the whole time too. What are you, Mike Malak? If you watch Impulsive, you know what I'm talking about. You're the QB in football. You're the literal quarterback, and in my opinion, you're also the QB on the basketball team this past year. You controlled the game. You set up others. You were getting people in the spots they needed to be. How do you think your role will change going into this next year? And obviously, football, it's probably going to grow from like more leader standpoint because you're already literally playing QB, and then maybe some more performance improvements. Like I don't know what you want to improve on. I didn't get to watch much football this past year, but basketball more is what I'm talking about here. How do you expect your role to grow?
Hunt your shot more. That's my tip for you.
Thank you. I've been telling them.
So
that for
I would say the past couple of years I was just a distributor. Like I've been so lucky to be surrounded with a bunch of great athletes. I just do my job and get them the ball where they need to be, whether it's handing it off to Casey or, when you got 6'4", 200 pounds of pure athleticness in Caden, just throwing it up to him and having him go get it. I mean, whether it's throwing it to Larry in the slot or Dalton or just feeding Brady. I mean, and then you got Deshaun, Caleb, and Wyatt, just giving it to them inside, just allowing them to do what they do best and kind of getting those to their spots. That was kind of my job in both sports. But this next year, I honestly have no idea how football is going to be. I think we're a little bit slept on. I feel like we're going to be a lot better than what people are giving us credit for. But like I said, it's just all about how people, take care of their summer in the weight room. Because that's, like I said, that was our weakness. I mean, we just weren't strong enough to compete. And then in the basketball court, obviously I'm going to have to – my goal is to just be able to create a bunch of offense, get the ball to Wyatt, get it to Denton. I mean, Denton's gotten a lot better, just skill-wise, shooting-wise. I mean, it's insane. And Wyatt, I don't know how anybody can guard him. I mean, I've tried in these few open gyms we've had this summer. And it's about impossible.
Hey, props to you for taking on that challenge, though. What are you, like 6'1"? You're 6'1"?
6'2".
No, okay. I'll give it to you.
What
on
did
here.
I always say on the stream? It was 6 foot. Is that what
I'm
you always
6'1"
got
and
mad about?
I'm 6'1" and 3/4.
But I on the
So you're not
stream, you always
6'2".
got mad at me because I said like 6 foot or something.
You say he's around 5'11", 6 foot.
I will say
Close enough.
you've grown a little bit just in the past year, I'd say, though. Like you've still been growing. So
I will
Must be
compliment you
nice.
though, too, basketball wise. Not a lot of players, especially in high school, with as talented as you are, would be willing to
Take that
give the
role.
ball to everybody else
Yeah.
when that made the team better. I mean, I respect that.
Yeah.
100%.
And it helps, like you said, playing with such talented guys. Like you've played with like official bucket getters. Like here's like, hey,
Yeah.
here you go, go get it. And
And he played with maybe the best bucket getter in Lake Mills.
Possibly.
last year in Chet.
Yeah. And
That sub-state game, I will never forget. And I was only in the stands.
that game was awesome. I wish we could have called that game because it was a year before we started doing the broadcast for
That would
people
have
that
been
don't know.
sweet.
But that game was awesome. And I'm just going to shout you out here. So the year before, your sophomore year, you guys went down to state for basketball. You had a couple huge buckets in that game on a team that you played, but you weren't necessarily one of the core guys, per se. And you made a couple huge threes in that game.
The three, I don't remember
The
which.
NBA three.
Yeah, I thought that was the turning point. I thought
so
that
too.
was the game that kind of put us over the top finally.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, Lake Mills tradition, just nothing goes our way in those kind of big games.
I got a good feeling about this next year team, though.
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
remember, after that, his sophomore year, me and you were talking, we're like, what are they going to do next year? Like, we were kind of like,
How wrong were we?
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And now, like, going into this year, I'm like, oh, they're just going to get...
To be fair, did we expect Wyatt to get as big as he did that quick?
I mean, no.
Like, he was big as a sophomore, but...
He was like 6'4". Now he's 6'6".
Yeah.
And tremendously skilled. But
Yeah.
you guys are going to have a tough team again this year. It's going to be awesome to call your guys' games.
Speaking of that...
And we're calling football games, too.
Oh, yeah, we are. That'll be interesting. But this past calendar sports year for Lake Mills, what has it been like being part of one of the if not the best, most successful boys sports year in Lake Mills history, between team success from football to basketball, and then you throw in wrestling that you weren't even in, track, golf with you, like, and then how many great individual athletes that have came through. Like, what's that been like?
I mean, it's just fun. Like, we just go to work each day and just get better. I mean, there's really not much thought. I mean, in basketball, Coach Mankey just said, you guys just do what you do. And the big part for him was always just, you guys go out there and have fun and play with that energy. I feel like, with COVID at the beginning of the year with not many fans in the stands, that we kind of benefited off it. We got an advantage over the other team because we just cared more than them, and we just played with more passion. I felt like that just gave us such an edge over everybody else. And, with football too, I mean, practice was just fun. You just go there with your friends and you just compete. I mean, watching Caleb and Elijah go at it, or Casey and Brady try to run each other over, prove who's the stronger brother, which was Brady most of the time. But
okay.
Boy.
Okay.
I mean, it's just fun. It's kind of an expectation. It shows you what hard work can do for somebody. I mean, everybody's put in an extreme amount of work, and it's paid off for us. So just kind of opening the eyes up to the younger kids about they see how hard we work, and they're starting to do that themselves, like learning how to practice. And I mean, it's just building a tradition here.
That's a really good point too. Like learning how to practice. Like we talked about earlier, there's lifting and then there's actually lifting, and there's practicing and there's actually practicing. I love that point you brought up.
Yeah, that's true. And there'll be grades where you won't have as many boys that are athletic, like traditional small 1A schools, but I feel like in many different sports we're building something that stays.
Yeah.
Maybe not top all the time, but we're not going to be ranked number 1 in the state in basketball every year. But I believe we're always going to be district final potential every year, no matter who we got.
I mean, it starts with the summer weight room, that extra emphasis, building that culture, making sure everybody's bought in all year long in whatever sport they're in. Like Bennett said, when you lift, you're not just improving one sport, you're improving all the sports that you do. And
I think they're finally starting to realize that.
And I mean, we've been seeing the
Seeing
fruition.
the
It came to fruition, the work they've been putting in, and now they're just getting a taste of it, and they want more and more.
Yeah, and I think that points to the football season, in my opinion. St. Ansgar, you had beat. You had
they outplayed St. Ansgar for 2.5
had
quarters,
Southwind
which
beat.
never happens.
No, and St. Ansgar ended up what?
They make the dome. Did St. Ansgar make the dome?
Yeah, they lost. Yeah. They lost in quarterfinals.
Semis. Semis.
Yeah,
is down at the
semifinals.
dome.
Yeah.
And you had them.
I listened. Was that the game that was on stream? I can't remember. That was on stream. I remember watching that game. I'm like, you guys are physically.
It was really early in the morning.
Okay.
Or are you talking about when we played St. Ansgar?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Was that the game when somebody was calling Caleb overrated, and like the first play he just lit someone up and kind of let him know he's not that overrated?
I don't think I heard that.
No, so the thing with Caleb is I know how to get him going more than anybody else does.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
do.
know.
I saw that yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. So no matter the sport, I would hear about what so and so said about you. I heard, they don't think you're as good as you think, and that would just get in his mind all week, and you just see something different, and he would just watching him pace around the locker room before a game with his headphones in, just breathing really loudly, which is my pet peeve of him.
Which we just found out this week is his huge pet peeve.
He didn't even know that, but just watching him pace around with that, he's gonna go kill somebody. I mean, you just gotta feed it. You gotta feed it into him to just keep him going. And there's just no quit.
I mean, the man's just walking around with a huge club on too. And
That is the one thing I will miss about football next year. Is just him literally every play. You can just watch him and he's gonna hit somebody hard.
I mean, it's almost the same. Not to compare a pro to a high school player, but it's like the same
Hey,
excitement
whoa.
factor.
I compared Draymond Green to Bryn Rugnes.
That is
we're
true.
good.
That is true. We're all about that here. Never mind. Disregard that previous comment I just made. But it has the excitement factor of almost like an Adrian Peterson when we were watching him growing up. Like every play could
Something
be the
could
play.
happen. Yep.
And I didn't get to watch Caleb as much, because I obviously was playing football myself. But the game, I think I came to 2 or 3 games, and every play, like my eyes are just locked on him, seeing what he'd do.
Kickoffs
awesome.
especially.
Yep.
Those were fun.
I mean, he's playing every single special teams. He's still lighting up people. And that gets a team going, too. Caleb said that, too. Like, that can really, boost your guys' energy. So, like, having that guy around, which you guys aren't going to have next year, somebody needs to fill that spot of kind of bringing that energy. It's going to be fun to see.
So what is it by, like, the transitive property? Bennett firing up Caleb because he knows how to piss him off. Mm-hmm. Bennett fired up the whole team because Caleb hit somebody hard.
Yep.
So that's how that works.
Exactly.
So it's all Bennett.
It's all you, Bennett.
And the thing of basketball with him is he has no touch anyway. So usually in basketball, you kind of control your emotions, but with him, it's just full go. So there's still no backing off of that in him in basketball. It's just he'll get the steal no matter what. He'll get the rebound no matter what. You just gotta get him in that mode where it's him versus somebody else that doesn't think he's as good, and he has to prove something to them.
Well, with basketball and his touch, I mean, he's not going to have any touch whether he's fired up, and he's not going to have any touch when he's fired
exactly,
up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He might as well be fired up.
Might as well be fired up.
And I think that goes into, and I know we lost the game, but against Wapsie 2 years ago when he was just torching kicks right away, and then got dumb fouls. That weren't even
stupid stuff.
Fouls. But
and there was a comment that was maybe caught by the cameras by Caleb on the bench.
we just saw that this year.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep. Where are we even at?
Jared one.
So earlier today, I asked your brother Jared,
who is in Miami Beach right now.
Gosh, that guy. Just think, we could talk bad about Jared, and he wouldn't be able to do anything to us right now. He's in Florida.
Nope. What do you want to say?
He can't do anything anyway.
Oh, boy. There we go.
For the people that don't know, Jared does he still do MMA? Or is he done with it now with his Achilles?
I think he's done with it.
He's done with it, but he's a former MMA fighter.
He's getting old.
But Jared said, so I said, hey, is there any special request you want me to ask Bennett or bring up? And he said, his older brother has sacrificed his entire life for him and is the best big brother in the entire world. What do you got to say to that?
You can't say that.
I would agree with it, but I kind of want to disagree with it just because he said that. But
so you agree that it's true, but you don't want to agree to make him feel happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean,
stuff.
It's always kind of been me and him. He's coached every single team I've been on in middle school. In basketball, I think he just made everything fun. Like, we were terrible. Like, when he first started coaching my, 4th and 5th grade year, we were terrible. And then in, 7th, 8th grade, we really took that jump, and we were a really good team. I think we went undefeated my 7th grade year, and in my 8th grade year, we lost, 4 games, I think. And that's when we really started going to big tournaments because we were just killing even. I remember we killed a Waterloo team by, 40 points just because he just cares so much about everything, whether it's with the receivers in football. Whatever he teaches, he's going to give 100% to. I mean, he's always sending people clips on Twitter of different drills they can do. I mean, he's just and he doesn't even get paid for it. He's a volunteer for
Yeah.
every single coach he's ever
That's a
done.
great
which
point.
is-
And he works in
More-
Austin. Like, thinking of basketball, he works in Austin every day. So then comes down to practice and then turns around the next day and drives to Austin in the morning. Like,
Yep.
I couldn't do it.
Or even a game the night before.
Oh,
like
yeah,
at Eagle
games-
Grove,
game
and
make
you
it
get
worse,
back
yeah.
late. I think to kind of stick on the Jared thing, I think we saw that in his own athletic career as well. Like, in basketball, not necessarily like a scorer. He wasn't going to put up the craziest stats.
Oh, he was absolutely not a scorer.
1.6.
I wanted to put it the next
Jared, I'm
second.
not. I'm sorry. Not a scorer.
In pickup, I just play off.
But maybe
Jared,
one
and
of
he
the
just
best
facilitates.
distributors
Exactly.
we've had.
And his tenacity that he brings to everything, really, I don't even know what words to put to it, but his tenacity that he brings to the table is really infectious on the people he's around. So it just brings everybody's level that much higher. And we even, like, I know it's an old Lake Mills team. Sorry, Jared, I kind of called your team old. But that 2004 team, that was a special team in Lake Mills history. He was the heart and soul of that team.
They were always the last conference title team, and now they can't claim it anymore.
Now they cannot claim that anymore.
But I will say, whenever Jared does come play pickup, that dreaded free throw line elbow jump shot.
Oh, yeah. It was
Oh,
like 2
my.
dribbles and
Every time.
Yep.
I can just picture it too.
me
And
Jared,
if he shoots a 3, it's either it's a dead air ball or it's nothing but net. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that yet, but it's either
Yeah.
a perfect swish or it's nowhere close.
And me and Jared, whenever we're playing and we're on opposite teams, we always guard each other. We kind of have like a mutual agreement. Like, neither of us works super hard on defense. So
Well, you don't have
it's
to
pretty
stay in
fun.
front of him because he's not going to shoot. He has to guard you, but he can stay in front of you.
Exactly, because I'm not going to
So,
drive. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. What's our
Although
next
you
one?
randomly one open gym just like started driving.
Me?
Remember that open gym? It was a few months ago. You just
On Saturday when you were bodying Caleb and me,
We played some one-on-one post up. It got physical. It was fun. I didn't win
fun
though.
stuff.
Did Caleb end up winning?
I mean, I would hope so.
No, he did, but I'm just gonna play along. Yeah, Caleb didn't win. Caleb did not win at all. It was fun playing with you guys. You guys are both awesome competitors.
All right, little futuristic question here.
He didn't want this question.
That's too bad.
I know.
This
I
isn't
told
your
him, I'm like, we're
podcast,
asking
pal.
it anyways.
What's your future looking like? Obviously, you want to golf. We all know that. What are some schools that are sticking out, or if there is any at all right now?
I have no clue yet. I mean, I've talked to some coaches. Like Loris, I had a call with the coach the other day. I mean, from what he described to me, it's kind of everything I want. As well, he has there's 3 courses that they have full access to. He's TPI certified, which is like the golf physical aspect, which I really got into lately. And I don't know, I just have no clue yet. I'm hoping to make a decision in the fall. Hopefully, I start playing better golf this summer and posting some good scores and just keeping in contact with some coaches. And
Hey, if
hopefully get
you
some
need a
offers.
platform to announce on,
Well, I mean, I was just saying, how cool it would
We're
have
in.
been if we would have just asked that, and all of a sudden he just turns his head around.
yeah,
I'm going here!
That'd be
Whatever he had
perfect.
on.
That would be perfect.
I think I did promise you guys that.
You
I would
did.
announce on this
You did.
podcast.
Little funny story to kind of take the pressure off Bennett there for a sec. When I was in high school, I believe it was either like Co or Central called me, and I was at T.O.'s house.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good story.
T.O. is
for me.
Tyler Olson, by the way.
Yes, and it was me, T.O., and Lucas Storby there. Me and T.O. were playing Madden or something on Xbox, and
Okay.
Coach calls me. I was like, playing a game. Like, I don't want to answer. Lucas Storby talked to him for like half an hour.
Pretending to be you?
Pretending to be me.
I've never heard that story. I mean, Lucas Storby could probably take you one-on-one basketball.
No comment.
I was gonna say, you're gonna respond to that.
And golf.
Lucas Storby, Brent Bielen,
That could happen.
legendary Pee Wee baseball coaches.
He coached you, didn't he?
Lucas and Brent.
Brent.
Yeah. Then I had Tony
It's
Norris
true.
the first year.
That is
Just
true.
kinda like Lake Mills
Legends.
alum. Yeah,
Legends.
exactly. Last question before we get into the rapid fire round. It's not rapid fire. We say that every time. But would you ever want to follow in your dad's footsteps and manage a golf course?
No, I mean that's something he got me started out there early for a reason, to learn that if you want to play golf the rest of your life, you don't get in the golf business. I mean, with him, he doesn't even like to play golf anymore. I mean, he goes out there and he's just so stressed about the course, and he hates being out there. So when we do play, he doesn't play as good as he wants to. I mean, he played Division I golf. He obviously played at a high level, and he still wants to play at that level, which you can't really when you don't put in the time because you're so sick of being out there every day.
I was gonna say it's
That
like
makes
one of
sense.
those weird things where like he's not practicing enough on his golf game, but he's also around it every single day, so the mental part is just burned out.
You're there for too many hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't mention it earlier with our Rice Lake question, but as a non-golf guy,
Oh yeah, you were gonna
the Rice Lake Golf Course is considered like the cream of the crop in the North Iowa area, right?
Yeah, I think the big argument is Rice Lake and Spring Valley. I've never played Spring Valley, so I can't really speak on that. But
Okay.
Me either.
I mean, Rice Lake.
We had to get that in before we roast Bob. Bob, excellent work.
Bob does a great job.
Yes.
I don't even golf, and I know that. But with the, I guess that leads us right into roasting Bob now.
Reading right into roasting Bob. That's why I had to get in there quick.
So, Benny, Game by Thrones rapid fire round. First question: LeBron or MJ?
Usually this is a toss-up, but when we argue with my dad about this, his facts are just so off that it just leaves me with no choice to pick LeBron.
Yes, and he he
100%.
picks the worst arguments
There's so
to
many,
argue for Michael
yes,
Jordan.
Exactly. There's so many better arguments.
He tried telling me the other day that Michael Jordan has 10 championships. I mean, his facts.
Well, then
are
that just invalidates him for the rest of his life.
He tried telling me and Benny one day, Michael Jordan is better because he has an iconic dunk contest photo.
LeBron's never done a dunk contest.
No, but like,
I know.
How does that make you a better player?
But
Just
like,
because you have an iconic
imagine
photo?
if he did.
And he's also never seen the D Wade, where it looks like he's lobbing it to LeBron, that iconic photo. I had to send that back. I don't think he's ever seen it before.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
What
Bob.
was he saying? Hold on.
He's looking back.
I think as he's looking, I think like the biggest thing for me, I've been a LeBron guy. Like have his high school Sports Illustrated cover on my wall, like, and the block back here. Just that's the iconic photo if you want to go iconic photos.
Best defensive play in NBA history.
But like he's besides Miami and then back on Cleveland with Kyrie, those Cleveland teams he took to the finals and just in the playoffs in general were garbage.
The 2018 was wild. 2007 was wild. Like
what was the year he had like 27 straight points against the Pistons?
2007.
He was the only person on that team.
His second best player was Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
What would he have been at that point? Like 24?
I think he was 22.
22?
He was 22 because he was 18 in 2003 when he was drafted.
Yeah, 03, yeah.
But you got a great Bob quote for
All
us.
Yeah, so we were arguing over the teams LeBron took to the finals against Michael Jordan, and we were talking about like LeBron's like intimidation, and he just sent like a Google link to Michael Jordan's like introduction.
That's right. It wasn't even like the actual like thing. It was literally the Google search of it.
And then you had to click on a different link to go watch the video.
Yes. We also changed. So we made a group chat. It's me, Benny, Chris, and Bob. And Chris changed the name of the group chat to LeBron greater than Michael or MJ.
I did that.
LeBron greater than Michael.
I did that simply because I knew Bob would not know how to change
Exactly.
it back.
Do you think he's even noticed?
I
Do you
doubt
think he's
it.
noticed?
No way. There's no way.
Because he hasn't said anything about it.
No.
Like, he was chirping with us today in the group chat again too.
Yeah, he tried to start something. I wasn't going in.
Wasn't taking the bait.
Nope.
But Bob, we appreciate you.
We do. We do. I love the arguments.
Oh yeah, it's a good time.
Laugh. Good
and
laugh.
I'm glad it's us three on one side versus Bob because that's more fun that way.
Oh yes.
He's also on our side with the lack of knowledge he has. I would say it's 4 versus 0.
Yes, I would agree. Second question for the rapid fire round. We've talked about this more recently.
More up your alley.
The I don't know. I'd say it's good beef in the golf community because, like you said, it's bringing more eyes to it, and it's good, even though these two guys genuinely do not like each other. But who are you, Team Brooks or Team Bryson?
So I used to be the biggest Brooks fan in the world. I have all the Nike hats that he had, and I'm Team Bryson right now. I'm not a fan of Brooks at the moment. I would be Team Brooks, but ever since Bryson clapped back on Twitter, I just have respect for him because
So
Brooks
it was
just
that
claims,
recent that you changed.
Yes. Just him walking by Brooks and Brooks just getting that flustered. That just shows how
Do you know who
mentally
two those are? Bennett's walking by as Bryson, and Brooks is Caleb doing an interview.
You're
He would
Bryson.
lose his
Caleb
whole
is
train of
Brooks.
thought.
Yes.
We need to like reenact that.
That would
as those two.
actually be awesome.
Just come watch us play 1-on-1. You'll get many.
Bennett would say one
instances.
word like Bryson, and Caleb, and Brooks, if I remember, is just like he
he's
loses all train of thought.
Literally yesterday when Caleb checked it up with Bennett, as the ball was coming to him, Bennett like hit the ball and hit Caleb like right in the chest. Caleb,
It was in the chin.
It was in the chin. He took
Yeah.
the ball and tried throwing it at Bennett during like literally a one-on-one drill we were doing. Just had to take it super violent, try beating up Benny.
Oh Lord.
And
That's
also,
all he does. When Caleb loses anything, he just resorts to physical violence.
Well, yeah, because
we know the quote.
What's his quote? Any time we suggest something, I can kick his butt.
I can kick his butt. It's literally.
It's not butt, but
I think the man walks in a room and he just gauges how many butts he can kick.
do you think when he was watching Kennedy at the tournament today?
Yeah.
he walked.
I'm sure
Yep.
after the game he gave Kennedy a stat line of what he would do if he was on the court.
No, like if I was you, I would have had this many points, this many assists.
But good job, Kennedy.
He's great job, but I would have done way better.
That's funny.
That's
Hey,
Caleb
but-
Bacon.
Sorry, Caleb. He had a big day today.
He
Good
did
for
have a
him.
big day. He
It
had
was
his
good for him.
first like in-person visit at Iowa State.
Yep.
I don't even know if it was official, but
Yep.
you got to see some of the facilities. He met Matt Campbell for the first time
Yeah.
today.
But the trophy meant more.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. One of our iconic, I don't even know, phrases on our broadcast came with those two guys. The
It's
Bacon
got to be
Burger.
retired. Well, it doesn't have to be retired,
Bacon
but it's
burger
not going to be
combo.
the same.
Yeah, but they'll get some minutes together.
It's going to be more like a Bacon Burger Jr.
It's like Bacon Bits, a Bacon Bits burger.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That
No.
rolls off the tongue, Bacon Bits burger.
You guys should just stop.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
I'm
the Bacon
getting
Burger
flamed.
Jr., but anyways, best golfer you have faced. And this is a different question than like we've asked like other athletes because you get to play in like adult golf tournaments. So
Yep.
you get to play against other ages. So this will be interesting.
I got two answers. The best physical golfer I played against, I think his name was like Trent Lindemann. I played with him in like a tournament last fall, and he got like third in the tournament, but it was just so effortless. But another guy I play against a lot is Jamie Hannon. We brought him up earlier, and he's kind of taught me a lot on the mental side of golf. And you can't be up on him because he'll just make a bunch of birdies, and you can't give him a lead because he'll make you beat him, and it's just hard to beat him.
So what do you do? Just there's no chance of beating him. If you
I
can't be
lose
up
a
on
lot.
him, you can't be.
I did beat him. I did beat him last Wednesday.
Ooh.
Jamie literally just texted me and said, "Ask Bennett how many sleeves of Pro V1s he owes me."
I owe him 3.
What does that even mean?
Those are golf balls,
Okay, I'm not a golfer, so I don't.
like a sleeve of golf
I'm-
balls.
Gotcha.
We made a different bet earlier today, but I'm trying to get him up to 4 sleeves so I can order him with like a whole box with just my face on him. So he has to play those golf balls.
That would
I
be
told him
awesome. That would be awesome.
Jamie, you guys had the Ryder Cup last weekend. And Jamie, I don't remember the exact story, but the whole beef with Jamie and guy from Forest City, something about he kept a ball from like last year, or a few years ago, that he rode on.
Last year, yeah.
The guy rode on, and Jamie kept it, so he tossed it to him and said, "Play this one," and it still had the.
Like this year he did it?
Yeah,
Wow.
Jamie tossed it to him, and it wasn't a nice thing. She just wanted him to know that when he was beating him, he gave it back to him.
Gotcha.
It was a good one.
I do like with the golf culture, how it has to be quiet and stuff like that. I do like hearing these stories of some trash talk going on because it's not common in golf.
There's more
No.
than you think.
Yeah.
There is? Okay, like maybe like little subtle comments as you walk by him or something.
There's more with Ham. I don't know. He's got a couple stories from some amateurs he's played in.
Okay.
One guy at the Rice Lake Amateur a couple years back. He was playing with this guy, and this guy hit a bomb off the tee, and he just walked back and said, "Get used to my taillights, boys." And on 9, Ham was so fed up with him that he just went after one. And like there was 2 balls near each other, and Ham went to check the one behind him, and he let the other dude drive up in front. He said, "Oh no, your taillights are back here, buddy," and then just made a putt to beat him.
I
Nice.
like that. I like that. That is awesome.
Next question. What's the hardest course you've played on?
Oh,
Doesn't even have to be nicest, just straight up hardest.
probably the Raven in Phoenix. Me and Jared and a couple of his
Oh,
buddies.
yeah.
Been there.
Yeah, he snapped things of that, and I would lose my life savings in golf balls.
I
at
think
that place.
it's the number 6 course in Arizona ranked. I mean, it was beautiful.
And I'm sure there's
but
a ton of golf courses in Arizona, so being 6 is high
Yeah.
praise.
Right.
I mean, it was insane. But yeah, that's probably the hardest course I've ever played.
The Raven. That's a great name too.
That is
I
an
like
awesome
that.
name.
Best player in basketball you have faced.
This could be growing up too. Don't point
Not
at
Chris.
yourself. You're so dumb.
Chris only says that because he beats up on 8th graders in Arizona defense. But
Yes.
Oh yeah, you were his 8th
Hey,
grade coach. You were his
hey,
8th grade
hey,
coach. I forgot about that.
Hey, what happened to him in high school? Look what Caleb became. Look what Bennett became.
Yeah, I forgot you did
Pardon
coach
me.
both grades,
Yep.
and then you coached Denton's grade too in 8th grade.
Yeah, we had 6 guys.
6 guys. 6 guys.
We did what we
man.
could.
so like,
Thankfully,
is this
Brady
like the
Hansen's
best
a man.
basketball player I've played against, or like the toughest I've ever had to guard?
Do both.
If it's a
So
different,
I said-
if it's a different answer, do both.
So I would say Trey Shearer was the best basketball player, but we played a lot of zone that game, and when we did play man, Ryan kind of that was his responsibility.
well.
But
Ryan did a great job on him.
I would say, was it my freshman? No, my sophomore year. We played Osage at home, and I remember Jonah Bloom just cooking me. I mean, he was impossible to guard. I think we put like 3 different guys on him, and he was just scoring on everybody.
Interesting.
Was that the Chet game-winning and one?
Yep.
Gotcha. That was hype. Do you remember that? Chet drove in the lane, got an and one.
I think so.
We were at the game.
I have to.
Were there Bloom brothers? Were there 2 of them?
Yeah.
So it was the
It was
high
like
score.
Jonah
one, right?
and Elijah. Yeah.
Okay. And the other one was like
Yeah.
their point guard or something.
hmm
I expected one to be Trey. I don't remember the Bloom guy.
I remember him a little bit. I remember him being pretty good. Was he a senior that year? Like you guys didn't play him?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Quick break.
Go away from
Holy
sport.
cow, how hot it is. In
It's
here.
very hot. It's probably 83. It's very hot. It doesn't say,
Say
'cause
on
it's
there
not
unless you
on.
turn it on.
Ooh, does it say on that thing?
88.
I don't know if that's right. It
what
might
it
be.
says.
I think it's more like 83.
That's what it says. It's 88.
But we're taking a little sports break on the questions. Just a general. This is a question that is.
This is a dumb question.
This is not a dumb question.
This is
On Joe Rogan, they've
is
debated this.
hypothetical.
This is like something at college. You're sitting in a room with a bunch of your friends and you
Bennett.
pose it to everybody.
You literally ask us the weirdest questions when
Yes.
you're working all day.
Those
think
are
of
really
the
good questions. Those are really good questions.
We're not going to go into any of them because somebody might question your, I don't know, your IQ because some of them are just
Well,
ridiculous.
my IQ is
questions.
pretty fast.
Okay, Slade, I like that. that's a good connection right there. But
funny.
one-on-one fight, who wins? Grizzly bear or a gorilla?
A bear, obviously.
I agree. Obviously, you think it's like clear cut?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I might go gorilla.
I'm team grizzly
I
bear.
might go
I'm
gorilla.
team grizzly bear.
Gorillas.
Bro,
You guys know
gorillas
claws are like this long.
things.
got the
Yes.
opposable thumbs, man.
What are they gonna do with them? What are they gonna like shoot a bow and arrow?
I don't know.
Like, what are they gonna do
I've
with
never watched a gorilla fight, so I'm not exactly sure what
Caleb,
they can do.
I asked Caleb and Bennett this yesterday, and Caleb's like, the gorilla will just put him in a chokehold. I'm like, what, did he learn freaking submissions?
That's
When I read it, that's kind of what I thought of.
Did a
like,
gorilla
just
learn submissions?
put him in a
that's
headlock.
exactly how you know that me and Money are right, because whatever Caleb says, there's no logic behind. So that just makes sense.
Interesting. I
don't
should
know.
ask Caleb what bets I should make in the day, and then take opposite whatever.
And
he
see how it
says.
goes.
See how it goes.
I mean, you can't get worse than you are now. So
And 2 of my bets are looking pretty good right now. I have the Suns Nuggets score up on here. We're sitting pretty.
Get an
right
update.
now. Suns are up 63-55 at the half,
you could have just said up 8, but it's okay.
but it matters for the over.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
over.
he didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. I told him
Oh.
at the start.
Yeah, I did.
Before
Anyways,
you got here, because you were
all right,
late.
so I was printing this stuff off. Relax.
Oh, I know. I
Chill.
was just giving you crap. Yeah.
Anyways, so our deal we have that we have not followed through on yet is me, Zach, Mayo, and Caleb versus you. How many strokes do
Best
you
shot.
lose by?
Best shot for us.
We're playing best shot.
Yep. I think we win.
I think we got it.
No chance.
I think we win, bro. I think
Remember,
we do.
the question is...
He's gotten better.
The question
Mayo
is,
has ran
how
a
many
really good-
strokes do you lose by?
Yeah, this isn't a question whether you lose or win.
Nope.
Come on.
If I gave you guys 20 strokes, I would lose by 14.
That's like two just random
So I would-
numbers.
I would win by 6.
I don't
Straight
think
up.
so.
So straight up, you say...
You guys
We need
have
to make this
one guy
happen.
that could break 90.
The,
You guys have
the
one
game
guy
by
that could
Thrones
break
best
90.
shot. Well, dude, we
It
are.
wouldn't even be close.
I'm literally the worst golfer on the planet, but I'm getting one shot used. I'm getting one shot.
One shot.
I've never played 18 before, or even been
Here's
along
the
for 18.
question though. Here's the question: who's gonna hit in the fairway? Who's gonna hit it on the green? Who's gonna putt? Nobody.
Every time it would be different. Somebody's got
More
to.
than likely.
Somebody's got
Now
to.
that I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
but
it...
you gotta beat me though.
Mason's pretty good.
Now that I'm
Hey.
thinking about it...
But also, we could trash talk you.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I immediately eliminate one of your teammates.
Yeah,
So
I just thought of
that's-
that. Yep. Caleb's out.
But I feel like Caleb can give it back to you a little bit.
And Mayo. I eliminated Mayo when he was on my own team. Me and Caleb and Mayo played a best shot, and Mayo, he quit for like 4 holes.
Not gonna
'cause
lie.
Me and Caleb were so in his head.
The more thinking about it, I think we lose.
We're winning. We're doing this too. Like, we have to set up a time to do this.
It's literally just me and Mayo.
Caleb is decent. He can get a random shot here and there.
Yeah, but that requires me and Mayo to be super consistent, and I am not.
Yeah, but you can have really good holes.
Mayo does
can't.
bomb
We have a
it.
shot.
Mayo bombs it off.
Yes.
We got a shot. I'm telling you. We're setting this up sometime this summer. We will update you guys whenever it happens.
Yeah, we have to do it. Okay, fine.
In the last question of the rapid fire round,
Nobody knows the story of this.
explain what a clip and a clamp is.
Why don't you explain it? You guys were the ones that came up with it.
That was actually Zach's idea.
Actually, no.
Because I'm pretty sure it's Chris's.
Yeah, I think it was Chris's.
No, I did
No,
not.
it was me.
No,
It
it
was
was
me.
you.
It was me. It
I
was
am
me. It
not
was
that
me.
creative.
So a clip is like, you know, when somebody's really
It's
good
all
shooter-
basketball related.
Yeah, it's basketball related. When there's a clip, it's like, you know, they're a good shooter. So I don't know much about guns, but I know guns need a clip.
You got to have something to shoot.
Exactly. So a clip is somebody who's a really good shooter. A clamp is somebody who shuts down the other team. They clamp them down. They don't let them do what they want to do. So a clamp is a really, really good defensive player. And our question, going off of that, Benny, is which one are you?
I hold on. I think in the group chat I'm considered
You're a clip
my
now. You took away your clamp.
Yeah, you personally took
You
away your own
personally took away
no,
your
because
clamp.
it says 3 clamps.
Maybe we
thought we
didn't do
switched
it.
it.
Maybe we didn't
I
do
tried
it.
to go.
Oh, it
I
was-
tried to go half and half.
We left it
But
up
you guys
to
wouldn't
you.
let me.
Gotcha.
But I would
Because-
say I would say more of a clamp.
You're more of a clamp?
Actually, it
Or
should
the-
be clip. I think I said I'm a clip.
So which one are you?
Well, if you're considered a clip, then I think I should be a clip.
Fair point. We did have a 3-point
Based off that
contest. You
3-point
beat- You beat me
contest,
3-2. We played 5 spots. He beat me 3-2. It was a pretty good battle. Caleb was also in it. Never made it close.
Except that one open gym.
Yeah,
Still
but
pisses me off.
he thought he figured out his jumper on the last round, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, give me another one." Catches it, air ball. I'm like, "Yeah, you don't have it figured out, Caleb."
The least figured out jumper of all time.
I was trying to help him too. He's like, "Oh, yeah," he did not want to hear it at all.
No, because that's Caleb.
This is a Caleb Bacon roast episode.
But that I feel like Bennett would not want it any other way.
Yeah, that's true.
Focus on him a little bit,
Correct.
but also not focus on him completely and roast Caleb.
Because this is just a day in the life of Bennett.
With a sprinkle of Bob roast.
This is the day in the life of Bennett Berger.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Saying
Golf.
stuff to make
Golf, work.
basketball.
Whenever I'm bored, I just
Piss off
go in
Caleb.
the group chat. Yeah, flame Caleb. For good.
You can see Bennett just sit at home and just be like, okay,
All right, what can I say today?
I got it.
What can I say today to Caleb? But today
Okay.
we still have something to figure out. Should we do 4 rounds or 5 rounds for this draft?
4
4
He wants
makes more
4.
sense. Yep, 4 makes more sense.
So
4-man
our-
best shot.
Yes, that's our draft today. We have a 4-man best shot of current golfers. So I cannot take peak Tiger Woods. You know,
Yeah, you don't draft Tiger Woods, just peak Tiger
peak
Woods.
Tiger Woods. I do not want broken down car accident Tiger Woods.
Yeah, right now you don't want Tiger
You do not
Woods.
want him. I don't even think he can hit a ball.
So we're going to do 4 picks for each team this time. Same strategy, snake draft, Bennett, Zach, myself. And remember, it's not best. I mean, is it best team you can put together? But it's best shot.
Best shot.
So you got, if you're voting when you read it, that's what you got to think of.
And I'm also, like I said earlier, not a golf guy, but I know some of these names. So I'm just going to be going off of how well-known the name is, not necessarily their style of play, because I don't know.
I want to go third.
You want to go third?
You can. You're the guest. You go first. It doesn't matter.
I'll pick Bryson.
Okay, he's taking Bryson DeChambeau. First overall pick.
There's your long drive.
Wait, am I up? Oh,
You're
I'm
second.
up. Gosh dang it. Yeah. I'm just gonna go with DJ. My pick. My first pick.
You can't.
You know, Chris is wearing the DJ shirt. Oh my gosh.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Chris is wearing a shirt for the people that are listening on Spotify. Chris is wearing a shirt of Dustin Johnson.
Oh no! It's of greatness.
Of greatness, but it's Dustin Johnson hanging out with his wife on a boat or something.
Yeah, it's absolutely a boat.
Yeah.
His wife's not bad.
Okay, your pick. You have 2 straight picks.
I knew you both would hate that. Okay, but now I was gonna take Dustin. He's still. Well, we're just gonna go with Justin Thomas and John Rahm.
You just take number 2 and number 3.
Yep.
You never cheer for Rahm. I know that.
I've bet on him before.
You never root for JT.
Yeah, I've
Don't they call
put
him
him on my
JT?
team before. Yeah.
Justin Thomas. Okay, so I'm up now with my second pick. I'm going to go with a guy that won me money because Bennett before a tournament, not a golf guy.
No, I was going to pick him.
Bennett gave me 2 guys. Hey, Zach, put X amount of dollars on these 2 guys to win this tournament. One of them was Cam Smith, who was leading after 2 days, then imploded. The other one
he did.
was Colin Morikawa. And he won the tournament and won me some money, so I'm taking that guy.
He's good.
Let's go. So, Benny, the top 5 players in the world are off the board.
All right,
So you have picks 2 and 3 for yourself.
Yep. All right. I'm going to go with...
I mean, if you don't pick your uncle Daniel Berger, shame on you.
I'm going to go with the best player in the world right now, Jordan Spieth.
My mom's going to
Because
love
he is.
that pick. My mom loves Jordan Spieth.
Where?
He just gets the ball in the hole. I'm going to take my guy, Patrick Reed.
Why is he not even on the list?
I don't know. But he's taking Patrick Reed and Jordan Spieth.
This is literally.
Oh, he's down here. 23.
Oh, there it is. It's like a week or so ago. Okay, Spieth and...
I know who I'm taking with my last pick, and it's just going to be all heart. But right now is my third pick.
What?
Oh, it's going to be all my heart now.
Oh, I was like, what does that even mean?
I mean, also, he has heart.
He just has heart.
So my third pick is going to be... I'm not going to pick Rory, because that's just too... Oh, I'm taking Brooks Koepka.
I thought about it.
Sorry, Blake Koepka, I mean.
Shout out Barstool.
Shout out Barstool. Shout out Pardon My Take.
Should I just take the 6 and 7?
Oh my gosh, if you take 6 and 7,
Um,
you call yourself a golf guy. So Chris's last 2 picks are here, his third and fourth pick for his 4-man best shot crew.
you guys have taken a lot of all of the good ones now, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, we're just gonna take bad ones.
I wasn't saying relax. I was thinking out loud here.
Surprised you ain't taking yourself.
It's hot right now.
I'm not a pro yet.
Big Phil Mick.
Okay. I'm going to do...
Chris likes taking himself.
I'm going to do Patrick Cantlay.
He literally just took a guy that's ranked 7th. I don't know if he's ever watched him play golf.
I have.
Okay.
Why
He's
do
a
you...
snooze fest.
Hold up. Why do you get to diss me on who I pick, Mr. Non-Golf Guy?
Hey, I mean, I've never heard you root for him before.
Well, there's hundreds of pro golfers. So.
That's true. I don't know why we printed it off.
There's just a bunch
I
of
just
bad
printed off
takes
the
coming
list.
from that
Top
group chat.
100. I don't know anybody on the third page. Oh, there's Ricky Fowler on that.
Should I
Weren't
just-
you a mini Ricky Fowler growing up?
Hey,
Wasn't that your thing? Yes, you're a mini
No.
Ricky Fowler. Yes.
He's kind of even got the light blonde hair now.
Well, like,
see that at
no,
the
but, like,
scrimmage the other day?
He has black. Brown
Oh, I know he does, but I'm just
But
saying,
the-
like pretty boy, dressing fancy, looking good.
But like legitimate
hitting on me?
question.
I was
Wasn't
no,
that
I
Are you
was
hitting
gonna-
on me?
No, I was gonna ask if you got highlights at the scrimmage the other day.
Wasn't that actually like your dude though growing up?
Yeah, it was. He was my
Yeah.
guy.
Didn't you kind of like dress like him or no?
Oh.
I thought you maybe did. Okay. I don't even know how I know that. I just remember. Yeah, Beach is like.
Probably
Ricky
from
Fowler.
Andrew Olson.
Andrew
Olson and
Cody.
Granger used to clown me for it too.
I'm sure Cody Haugo did too.
Yeah, Cody did too.
Okay. So those guys,
You know what?
good guys right there.
Do I want to just make this fun, or do I want
Just make it fun. I'm
Make
going
it
with a fun
fun.
pick. I'm going with a
Okay,
fun pick.
I'm gonna go with my new favorite guy, strictly off the Masters. Will
That was my heart pick. That was my heart pick.
Zalatoris.
Gosh dang
Because
it.
he is what, $125.
He's
Dude is a stick.
Happy Gilmore's caddy.
I know.
Yeah. Gosh dang it.
I'm
that was
losing, but
literally
I had
my
to pick
heart
that.
Pick, man.
I
Now
get what you
can't
mean by
have any
heart
fun.
now.
How
Now I
can you
can't
how
have
can
any
you
fun.
go strictly off the Masters and you can't even pick the guy who's ranked above him and won?
And what? Yeah.
No, just strictly off of watching him. That's where I saw him. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't explain that
Trying
correctly.
to send mixed signals to me. Trying to tell me who to pick, Benny. 'Cause I'm
Harris-
thinking about it.
Harris English.
All right. Let's see. I've seen some of these names before. I don't know. Cam Smith was the other guy I bet on, but he lost me money.
You guys haven't figured out through this podcast. If you lost Zach money, he does not like you. He's not going to pick you.
That's true.
Even in golf, like we tried to tell
Colorado
Caleb that
Avalanche.
one time, no matter how good you are, you're going to play bad every once in a while.
That's true. Who should I take? This is my last pick of the draft.
Yep.
I didn't know that Berger guy was that highly ranked. Let's see. I bet you like the golf people that listen to this, they're probably like, "Oh my gosh, like this guy's still on the board. Like how?"
We also only have 12 guys we're drafting.
That's true. I'm gonna go with Hideki Matsuyama, Masters winner. Yeah, keep laughing. Yeah, you don't want to cross my team.
He didn't laugh at
It's
mine.
one of the worst teams put together I've seen.
You don't even know. Are you writing these down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how do you remember who's on my team's awesome. What do you
He doesn't
mean?
like Brooks, though, remember?
He is writing them down.
You got two dudes that hate each other.
Who?
DJ and Brooks.
I didn't know that.
Everybody knows that.
Sure, you didn't know that. Hey, that's all right. Hey, but Brooks hates Bryson more, and he's on your team, so.
We're in your team's head. This is exactly like how our scramble would go.
Rent free. Oh my gosh. Okay, so your last pick.
You know
this is
whose
the last
team
pick of the
doesn't have a
draft.
hater? Me. I'm taking this. Because everybody loves Will Zalatoris.
That's true. I'm a huge Will Zalatoris fan, and I don't watch golf.
I'm interested to see who he ends this with here.
Who are you
I
gonna
would
take
take
here, Benny?
I would take Xander,
Schauffele.
but he's been playing bad lately. Dang, I don't even know.
Is that who you think? Gotcha.
I'll
Chris-
take Xander.
Okay.
Oh, he did.
Chris had a pen mark by who he thought you were gonna pick, and it was Victor Hovland.
Nah, he's terrible.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's
He's
13th
ranked.
in the
Yeah, he's
world.
13th in the world. He's awful.
He can't chip.
He doesn't have to. It's a four-man best shot.
It's kind of a good point.
Still need a short game.
Yeah, but you have three other guys.
I low key should have picked Phil. That man's gonna chip in everything.
Oh, okay. So, recap. Bennett's team. Bryson.
4-man best shot.
Bryson DeChambeau, Jordan Spieth, Patrick Reed, Xander Schauffele, Zach, Dustin Johnson, Colin Morikawa, Brooks, Koepka, Hideki Matsuyama.
Wow, that's a great team.
It's one of the worst teams.
Chris, Justin Thomas, John Rahm, Patrick Cantlay, Will Zalatoris.
That's a great pick.
It's the best pick.
I
of the
might
draft.
vote for your team just because
It's
of
the
Will
best pick of the
Zalatoris.
draft. So yeah, give this a
some
listen,
point-
and we'll get a poll.
Yeah,
up.
we'll get a poll up in a couple days. So that's gonna do it for our episode. Episode 10. We're in double digits now on the
Thank
Game by
God, 'cause I
Thrones.
think I've lost about double-digit pounds.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating up a storm up here. Benny, we appreciate you coming on, man. See his face. He's like,
Thanks for having me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no. Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Hey, that's your uncle name right there.
That is my uncle
That's your
name.
uncle
That
name.
is true. All Chris's kids call me Zachy.
But anyways, yeah, obviously Bennett, one of our favorite high schoolers, or just people in general.
Yep.
Love talking to you, love golfing to you, love giving you crap. It's a good time. Thank you for joining.
Go Brooks. Yeah.
Go my team.
Go Brooks, baby. All right, hey Bennett. We'll catch you later, man. I'm sure
All right.
we'll be talking sometime soon. Thanks for joining us, Benny.
All right. Yep. Thanks for having me on. See you guys.
See ya.
Peace.